There will come a time, if it hasn't already come, when life will test you so severely that you will begin to question everything: your strength, your faith, your dreams, even your own sanity. It's in that moment, not in comfort, not in ease, but in the midst of hardship, where the blueprint of your destiny begins to take form, you must understand adversity is not the enemy, it is the architect of your strength. Every soul on this earth who ever rose to greatness first endured a season of isolation, rejection, hardship, and silence. That silence, it's not absence, it's preparation. When life gets tough and the walls of your world seem to close in, you are not being punished. You are being refined, molded, transformed. You must never let the pain of a moment define the story of your life. Too many people give up right before the miracle. They retreat right before the breakthrough. Why? Because they mistook a test for a tombstone. But listen carefully. Life doesn't bury you, it plants you, and the darkness you feel, it's not the end, it's the soil of your rebirth. The people who rise are not the ones who avoid storms. They are the ones who learn to walk through them with faith as their compass and vision as their torch. You were not built for a life of ease. You were built for impact. And impact only comes through endurance. When you feel like quitting, remind yourself, your future self is counting on you to keep going. The version of you that holds the key to the dream, the purpose, the destiny. It's not found on the mountaintop. It's forged in the valley. Do you think greatness is handed out in comfort? No. Greatness is earned in the quiet moments when no one is watching, and you choose to get up one more time. You choose to believe when everything tells you to doubt. You choose to smile even when your heart is breaking. That's power. That's the stuff of kings and queens. You must protect your mind like a fortress when life gets tough. Your thoughts will either become your prison or your passport. So choose your words carefully. The way you speak to yourself during the storm will determine whether you come out of it bitter or better. When everything seems to be falling apart, that's when the inner work matters most. Ask yourself, what am I focusing on? What am I feeding my spirit? Because the battlefield is not outside. It is within. And if you win there, the world cannot defeat you. The world will throw shadows. But you are the light, and light does not fear darkness. It transforms it. But you must stay in alignment with the vision, not the circumstances. If you're looking at the waves, you'll sink. But if you keep your eyes on the purpose, if you trust that even this season has meaning, you will walk through fire and come out stronger. There's a version of you on the other side of this pain that's worth fighting for. But you must commit, not for a day, not for a week, but for as long as it takes. Stop asking, how long will it take? And start declaring, however long it takes, I will endure. That's how warriors are made. That's how legacies are built. Discipline your thoughts. Feed your mind the words of strength, courage, hope, and determination. Speak life over your situation. Speak faith into your fear. Speak vision into your valley. Speak victory over your struggle. The world may not understand your journey. Let them misunderstand you. The critics don't build empires. The doubters don't change the world. And the naysayers don't get statues. They get forgotten. But you are meant to rise. When you fall, don't stay down, because the fall isn't failure, it's education, it's refinement, and the more you fall and get back up, the more unstoppable you become. You must become the kind of person who says, I don't care what I'm going through. I'm still going to smile. I'm still going to dream. I'm still going to move forward. I'm still going to believe. That's power. That's how you bend reality to match your vision. Your attitude in adversity will either be your anchor or your wings. Choose the mindset that lifts you. Choose the perspective that empowers you. And remember, just because you're in the fire doesn't mean you're alone in it. You are being watched. You are being shaped. You are being prepared. The breakthrough is coming. You cannot control everything that happens to you, but you can control how you respond, and in that response lies your freedom. When life throws you into the unknown, declare boldly, this is not my ending, this is my beginning. That energy, that conviction, it shifts atmospheres. You are allowed to cry. You are allowed to feel pain. But don't unpack there. Don't live there. Emotions are signals, not destinations. Use them. Let them move you to action, to truth, to healing. And when fear whispers that you're not enough, you answer back with action. Move in the direction of courage, because courage is not the absence of fear. It is walking through fear with faith in your bones and purpose in your eyes. You don't need the approval of the world. You need the permission of your soul. You were born for this moment. You were born to endure, to overcome, to rise. It's not a matter of if. It's a matter of when. And when the time comes, you'll look back and realize that everything that tried to break you only built you. Life will test you, yes, but life will also reward you if you persist, if you refuse to give in, if you hold on just one more day. So whatever you're facing, don't quit, don't doubt, don't lose yourself in despair. Instead, anchor yourself in the truth. You are still here. That means purpose still burns inside you. The dream you carry is not random. The desire for more it's divine, and it was placed in you because you were chosen to fulfill it. So rise, not with arrogance, but with divine authority. Rise with humility, but also with fire, because the world needs what you carry. And when you finally emerge from this season, when the light returns and the storm fades, you'll know something you could never have learned in comfort. You'll know who you really are, not what others said, not what the pain screamed, but the truth that you are resilient, powerful, worthy, and unshakable. You stayed positive not because life was easy, but because you decided it would not defeat you. And that is the mindset of the unstoppable. You must begin to see difficulty as a signal, not a sentence. When life presses in, most people retreat, but a rare few lean forward. They use pressure as a trigger to awaken something dormant inside, potential that only pain could reveal. That's the secret. Pressure doesn't break diamonds, it forms them. And what's forming in you right now, it's far more valuable than you can even comprehend. You are in the workshop of life, and the hammer of adversity is striking with purpose. Every blow is deliberate. Every hardship is refining. Every tear is watering something sacred. Don't curse your struggle. Learn from it. Let it mold you into something greater, stronger, wiser. There's a hidden advantage in suffering. If you stay awake to the lesson and refuse to let bitterness take root, refuse to be small, refuse to shrink in the presence of fear. If your current season is stretching you, if you feel like you're being pulled beyond your limits, it's because your current mindset is being forced to evolve. Your old self can't carry your future. The you that you are becoming is demanding more strength, more discipline, more belief, and it's pulling you through the fire to get it. Don't just survive, transform. Anyone can survive, but transformation. That's a choice, that's a mindset. That's saying, if I'm going to go through this, I won't come out the same. I will emerge higher, sharper, bolder. You don't owe anyone an explanation for your evolution. You owe yourself the result of your perseverance, and don't think for a second that the size of your battle means you're weak. In fact, the size of your opposition is a sign of your potential. The enemy doesn't attack what doesn't threaten him. If you weren't carrying power, purpose, and potential, you wouldn't be facing half the resistance you are. So instead of asking, why me, ask, what am I carrying that's so powerful it provoked this fight? Every great story begins with conflict. Your pain has a pattern, your delays have design, your struggle has structure, and all of it is pointing you towards something greater than anything you've left behind. You have not been abandoned. You have been rerouted, shifted, set apart. You must now talk to yourself like someone you deeply care about. Feed yourself the words you would give to a dear friend. Stop being your own enemy. Encourage your own soul. Wake up every day and speak with intention. Say, I am still here, I am still standing, I am still moving. Those simple declarations of truth are seeds, and what you plant consistently you will harvest abundantly. Pain makes us honest. Pain strips away the superficial. Pain brings us face with who we really are, and in that mirror of suffering, if you look closely, you will see not just what's broken, but also what's unbreakable. Start paying attention to what you say when things go wrong. Your language shapes your outcome. You must stop reinforcing defeat with your words. Start using your tongue to build, not to bury. Say things that activate your future. Speak the reality you want, even when your eyes can't yet see it. That's not delusion, that's vision, and vision is stronger than circumstance. It is during the darkest nights that stars shine brightest. You must be willing to shine even when no one claps, even when no one sees you, even when no one affirms you. That inner light, that unrelenting fire, that's what makes you different. That's what separates those who talk about dreams from those who live them. Don't be afraid to be misunderstood. Don't be afraid to walk alone for a season. The path to your breakthrough is often narrow. It will not always be crowded. It may not even be paved. But if your feet are steady and your heart is clear, you will find your way. And when you do, everything you lost will be replaced 100-fold, with wisdom, clarity, and strength. Your joy is not found in the absence of hardship. It is found in the ability to remain grounded in hope even as the storm rages. Don't trade your peace for temporary panic. Your peace is power. Protect it like treasure. Guard it from gossip, from negativity, from anything that pulls you away from your center. You don't have time to doubt yourself anymore. You don't have time to entertain self-pity. You don't have time to shrink just because it's hard. Rise above the noise, above the fear, above the pressure. You've spent enough days surviving. Now it's time to start building again. Building your faith, building your discipline, building the future that you once only dreamed about. There's a version of you that's waiting to be awakened, a version that doesn't flinch at fear, a version that doesn't crumble under pressure, a version that walks with a certainty that cannot be shaken. That version of you is not far away. It's just on the other side of a decision to believe again, to try again, to rise again, and when life gets tough. And it will remind yourself, this is not where it ends. This is where it begins. You were born to rise even from the ashes. You were born to walk through fire and not be consumed. You were born to lead, to influence, to shine. So let them doubt. Let them leave. Let them laugh. You stay focused. You stay faithful. You stay fired up. The mountain was never meant to stop you. It was meant to show you how much strength you already carry. Every step you take toward it builds you. Every moment you refuse to turn back shapes you. You are not here to live a small, quiet life. You are here to stretch, to reach, to expand into every bit of potential planted inside of you. So when the pressure increases, let your focus sharpen. When the resistance builds, let your character deepen. And when life gets loud with chaos, tune into the still voice inside that whispers, keep going. This is not your finish line. This is your proving ground. Keep speaking life. Keep walking in faith. Keep daring to dream, even when it looks foolish, because it's not foolish to believe when others doubt. It's called leadership. And those who stay positive when life gets tough become the leaders of tomorrow. So now, stand tall, not because the storm has passed, but because you've realized who you are in the storm. You are not a victim of life's chaos. You are a creator of life's meaning. And from this day forward, let this truth be etched into your soul. It's not the ease of the path that determines your greatness, but the power of your spirit when the path becomes hard. You have walked through darkness, but the light has never left you. It lives in your choices. It burns in your persistence, and it roars in your refusal to give up. So take that pain, that pressure, that process, and turn it into power. Refuse to let the world silence your purpose. Refuse to let difficulty write your destiny. Stay positive, not because life is perfect, but because you have chosen to be powerful. And when you look back on this season, you won't say, I barely made it. You'll say, that was the making of me.